I'm ElyJoz, and you are now in tune to Mind Clarity. Today, we'll be talking about what's in between you and your goals. Now, first, I'm going to just get this out the way and say that it's probably you in between you and your goals. You not holding yourself accountable, you not taking the actions needed, you're just in your own way, distracting yourself or whatnot. But to simplify it, a lot of people think it's time in between them and their goals, but it's mainly actions. Actions, energy, and intentions. If you give yourself 2 years to complete something that could be done in 6 months, you wouldn't be doing that much actions, right? Or you wouldn't be giving it as much energy as it needs, or you wouldn't be moving with the right intentions because you feel like you have 2 years. But you only feel like that because you gave yourself that much, In reality, you really don't have 2 years, Plus, you giving yourself 2 years might just delay it an extra year, because for you to bring something from your mind or the spiritual realm into the physical and materialize it, it takes time, it takes divine time, So you working on man-made time and giving yourself 2 years, it might just take an extra year in divine time. So you might get it in 3 years. But if you give yourself 6 months in man-made time, you might get it in a year, or you might get it in 6 months, Because the more serious you are, the more determined you are, and the more you show it to your creator or the universe, that's the more favor you will have in your life. That's more help or guidance you will have, The more you show the universe that you're serious, the more serious it will take you. So if you're giving yourself 2 years to do something that the universe could give you in 6 months, it's not going to take you as serious because it hears you and it listens to you. So it knows that you just gave yourself 2 years for something that could be done in 6 months. So it's going to be chilling just like you. It's not going to pay you no mind. It's not going to take you serious. Why? Because you already gave yourself too much time and you're working on man-made time, You're trying to do divine work on man-made time, and that doesn't correlate. It doesn't add up, That's why, you might seem crazy to somebody to say that you're trying to achieve something in 6 months, but that's like divine time. As you believing in divine time, you feel like in divine time in 6 months you're going to have this. But if you push back that car or that career or that house for 2 years, then the universe is not going to use divine time in your favor. It's going to allow you to work on man-made time. It's going to believe what you said. It's not going to take you serious. The same way you're not taking yourself serious, The universe might just test you and not give it to you in 2 years and give it to you that third year just to see if you really want it, Because you saying 2 years when you could have got in 6 months, they got to see if you really want it. So in 2 years, when you don't get that car or that lifestyle or that house, you really have to put in that extra work to get it in that third year. And a lot of people give up after they don't receive what they've been working for after their deadline. But it was really just a test, a test to see how strong you are, how much you really want this. Like, is this really your desire, or is it just you're being greedy? So understand that it's not time in between you and your goals. It's actions and energy and intention. Time isn't real. Man-made time isn't real. The only thing real is divine time. And when you work on divine time, you could be broke today and you could be a millionaire tomorrow. You could be putting in so much work today and you feel like you're giving up, and tomorrow you wake up and you're very successful. That's divine time. But if you put in your mind and if you put out in existence that what I'm trying to achieve is going to take me 2 years or 1 year, that's how long it will take you, and it might take you longer. But if you work on divine time and you work like a miracle could happen in 6 months, then that miracle might just happen in 6 months. But if it don't happen in 6 months and you keep putting that work, it might happen in the 7th month or the 8th month or in a year. Why? Because the universe has to see how strong and how serious you are and how determined you are for what you say you want. It's not just going to give it to you just because you say it. And you got to see. You got to show it is serious. You got to have actions, intentions, and energy. If you say you want to achieve something in 2 years, you're not going to be giving it as much energy as it needs. Why? Because when you wake up tomorrow and you don't start what you say you're going to do, you're going to be like, oh, I got 2 years to go, or I got a year and some days to go. I don't need, you feel me? You could chill. I could chill, lollygag, have some fun. You're not going to be giving it the attention and the energy it needs. But if you say 6 months, every day you wake up, you're going to give it that energy it needs. You're going to give it that attention it needs. You're going to be moving with intentions, You're going to be doing the actions that need to get this thing done by any means in 6 months. And the more serious you are, the more favor you will have in your life. The more disciplined you are, the more obedient you are, the more favor you will have in your life. Why? Because you showed your creator that you're serious, You're showing your creator that if you give me this blessing, I know how to handle it, and I know how to remain disciplined and remain aligned to the point where I don't fumble this blessing that I'm working for, So understand that the more time you give yourself, the less serious you are to yourself and to the creator, Because you're not going to take yourself serious. You give yourself 2 years to achieve something that could be done in months. You feel me? The same way they say if you give yourself 2 weeks to clean your room, it's going to take you 2 weeks. But if you give yourself a day or two, it's going to take you a day or two. It's the same with your goals, If you give yourself 2 years, it might just take you 2-3 years. If you give yourself 6 months, it probably take you 6 months or 8 months, You have to start moving with intentions as well, because for you to be aligned and for everything to add up and correlate in what you do, you have to set up your dominoes. And for you to have the right dominoes up, you have to have intentions. You have to have purpose or reasoning, If you give yourself 2 years, your dominoes is like this. It's very spaced out. You might do an action today. You might do an action next week. You might do an action next month. You feel me? That's less intentions. And that's less action and less energy. Because if you say 2 years, you might work today. You might have the right action and energy and intentions today. But by the time you do that next action, you're going to be bullshitting throughout your every day, throughout the whole month or week. However long it takes you to get to that next action, you're going to be bullshitting. You're going to be wasting your energy. You're going to be wasting your intentions. And you're going to be wasting your actions. You feel me? So understand that if you give yourself 2 years, your dominoes is not as close. And if you knock this domino over, it's not going to be as close to knock this one over, And you always have to put yourself in a position where every move you make either makes the next move easier or it removes the next move, And by making it easier or removing it is if you do this move and it hits this domino and it tilts it made it easier. But if it knocks it all the way down, it takes away that whole problem. It takes away the next task. So that's the real power of moving intentions. Because you might just do something today and it removes what you have to do tomorrow. Now, if you give yourself 6 months to do what you got to do, your dominoes is like this close, So if you do an action today, you don't have much time to lollygag to prepare for that next action. So you're going to be working. You're going to be focused. You're going to be moving with intentions. You're going to be giving it all your energy you can give to make it happen. You're going to be doing every action you need to make it happen. You feel me? So if your dominoes is this close and you do something, this domino is gone. The next domino is gone. The next domino is gone, The more aligned you are, the more purpose you put into your moves or the more intentions you put into your moves, it makes your life easier. You giving yourself more time than you actually have is making your life way more harder and way more complicated than it should be. Because the more focus you lose, if you're doing something 2 years and you do something, you're focused today, and then you're waiting until next week or you're waiting until next month to do that next move, you're losing all that focus and the energy you just gained. Now you're moving with the wrong intentions and stuff, and you're not really as focused. So by the time you get to that other action, you're really starting from zero. But if you're doing it in 6 months, you're not starting from zero. You know what I mean? Even when you start, you're not starting from zero because your first move is going to be a very impactful move. So you might just start at 20%. And then your next move might be at 40. The next move might be at 60. You really can't control how the dominoes fall. You just got to set up your dominoes in the right way. And you got to put as much energy as you want, as you need. Because sometimes you don't want to put more energy. You got to push yourself to put more energy as you need to. Do things without caring about how you feel or how your mind is. Like, really become stronger than your subconscious mind. You know, you might wake up today and you don't have the energy to go to the gym or to put in that work in your business, but you have to do it regardless. You feel me? That's showing the universe is serious. That's showing yourself that you're serious. You know, the more resilient you are, the more serious you come to the universe. You know, and like I said, the more serious the universe takes you, the more favor you will have in your life, the more help it will give you. Feel me? You're not getting what you deserve in life because you're not treating yourself how you would want the universe to treat you. The universe treats you how you treat yourself. So if you don't take yourself serious, why would the universe take you serious? You know, if you're not taking your goals serious, why would the universe give you blessings and put you in a position that you're not prepared for? So really understand and remove that thought of you need 2 years to do something. You don't need 2 years. You need 6 months to a year, because that divine time is real. What you're doing in 6 months could be done in 6 months. And if it's not, you keep going. And before that year ends, you will get what you've been asking for. You will receive like a serious sign or a very clear vision of, okay, I'm close. But until then, you're never going to feel close, or you're never going to feel like determined. If you're giving yourself 2-3 years, you're going to feel like you got time to chill. You got time to bullshit, fool around, distract yourself. But understand that the universe is always watching and always listening. So the more you bullshit, and the more unserious it's going to take you. You feel me? And that's why a lot of people be feeling like other people are way more blessed than they are. But in reality, that person just takes themselves more serious, and they're more determined, and they show their creator that, you feel me, if you give me this blessing, I'm not going to play with it. I'm going to use it to my best benefit and to the other people's best benefit, because you can't be too selfish. I have a saying that goes, sometimes the universe sends people to help you, but when you're in a position to help others, if you don't help others, you will be back in a position that you would need help. So you putting in this effort and this energy, yes, it's for you, but also tries to tie in, like, how is this going to benefit someone else? You know, how is this going to benefit my mom, or how is this going to benefit my family or my loved one? You know, that's how you really correlate everything in your life, you know, because if you gain something for your own enjoyment, you know, that's nothing wrong with that, but your life is not going to be in a full circle. So really understand that time isn't real. So really understand that time isn't real. You just need actions, energy, and intentions. The right actions with the great amount of energy and the right intentions will get you way further than you giving yourself 2-3 years. Another thing to understand is there's times where you feel like you're ready, but you're only just preparing yourself, or you're just mentally prepared. You know, there's a lot of times where you could put in so much work and you're sitting back and you're like, man, why the creator hasn't put me in this position, or why the creator hasn't done this to me, or why the creator hasn't given this to me? Because you feel like you're ready, but in reality, you're just prepared, or you're just in the process of preparation. But you feel like you're ready. Some people, when they don't get what they feel like they deserve, they stop doing the work. And that's where you fail the testament. You know, the testament starts in everything when it gets hard. Like, there's no testament in when you're working. Yeah, you put in the work, you put in a hard effort, but that's what you're supposed to do. The testament starts when some shit happens and you like, fuck, how am I going to get past this? Or, fuck, I've been doing it so long, why is nothing happening? You know, it's up to you to keep going. It's up to you to hold that determination and hold that, you know, drive to keep going regardless of what you see. The results is not coming. You got to keep going. The change is not coming. You have to keep going. You know, you have to push through to have a breakthrough. People want breakthroughs in life easy. There's no breakthroughs that come easy in life. Everything has to come with some force to it, you know. Obviously, you will reach a point in life where you just start getting blessed for no reason. But that's after you break yourself through. That's after you show your strength and you show your resilience and you show your seriousness, your determination. You feel me? The universe is not going to bless you until you show that you're serious and that you can handle this blessing. So the universe has a bucket of blessings, And it's probably giving your blessings to somebody else because they're taking it more serious than you are. And now you're looking at somebody else like, damn, why they so blessed? Or why their creator is helping them out so much. That's because they showed their creator that they're serious. They showed them that I can handle this if you give it to me. Or if you put me in a position, I can handle this, you know. And you giving yourself 2 years instead of 6 months to a year, you're not going to be in the right position to receive your blessing. Because you're not moving with a sense of urgency, or you're not, your level of resilience is not high enough to get what you're asking for. So when you feel like giving up because nothing is happening, or you don't physically see what's going on, you know, there's probably a lot of things going on in the spiritual realm or in the cosmosis in general, but you waiting for it to come in the physical realm. So you focus on the physical realm. You focused on you don't have the car yet, you don't have the house yet, or the lifestyle yet. That might make you feel like you should just give up, or you should just stop trying, right? But that's when the testament starts. The testament starts when it gets hard. There's no testament when you're just putting in work. You're supposed to put in work. People be feeling over-deserving of things they didn't work for. Like, you feel like you deserve a certain position in life when you didn't really put in the work for it. The work starts when it gets hard. You know what I mean? The work starts when shit goes left and you have to realign yourself in a straight way. The work starts when you feel like you're lost and you have to keep going in a direction you're not sure in. That's when the testament comes. That's when the real resilience is built, because you don't even know if you're going in the right direction, but it feels right. But you're like, damn, if it feels right, why isn't things going right in my life? That's where you got to keep going. That's where the testament starts. You feeling like you deserve this car, but you not ready for the car, you know, you're not going to get it. You feel like you're ready for that lifestyle. You're not ready for that lifestyle. You're just preparing yourself, mentally preparing yourself. And I can understand that you put in so much work that you feel like you're ready. Like, you feel like ain't no way this hasn't happened in my life yet. But I want to tell you that the reason why it hasn't happened is because the universe, or your creator, however you want to put it, is testing you. You know, it's making sure you really want it. It's making sure you really can handle it. It's making sure you're not just going to get too big-headed, you know. It's going to make sure you're still in the same mindset. You're still humbly under them. You know, I'm not saying don't brag or whatever, but when it comes to your creator, or when it comes to your most high, you have to be humbly under them. It will mess up your mind, you know. Sometimes you could get so powerful to the point where you feel like you're above your creator. And I was at that point when I was younger, because I always been like this when I was a child. So it was a point where I felt so powerful and things were going so good in my life that I felt like I can overpower, or I could take over my own life and dictate it. And eventually everything was taken away from me. Why? Because I didn't keep the same mindset, you know. All that work I did, and it came with the blessings, and the blessings went to my mind. And I was feeling like I was more powerful than the creator that gave it to me. Feel me? Which it resulted in it taking it back. And I have to show even more determination. I had to show even more seriousness. I had to show even more alignment, even more obedience, just to get more blessings, because I fucked up in the first place, you know? And I didn't stop when I felt like I was ready and things wasn't happening in my life. I didn't stop. I knew I was just in preparation. I always knew, and I had a strong feeling that me feeling ready is just me knowing that I'm more prepared than yesterday. You know, the more ready you feel, you're just more prepared. And most of the time when you feel like you're ready, you're not ready. And what I mean by that is you feel like you're ready to do something, and then you do something and it goes wrong. Yes, that's a good learning experience, and that's how you're supposed to move, because you're not supposed to wait until you're ready. But most of the time when you're actually ready is when you're scared. Like, I know you heard that saying of when you're scared to jump is when you're supposed to jump. Because if you don't jump, you're going to be in the same position forever. So there's time when you could be putting in work, and then you feel like you're ready and it doesn't happen, right? But if you have that strong determination, you're going to be like, okay, if it didn't happen yet, I'm going to keep going until it happens. So you keep putting in work, and then it pops up in front of you. The opportunity pops up in front of you, and now you're scared to do it. Why? Because you was ready last week or 2 weeks ago, or 2 months ago, and today the opportunity is in front of your face and you feel like you're not ready, but in reality you're ready, because the opportunity would not present itself if you're not ready, or if it's not the step you're supposed to make. The universe will not put you in a position it doesn't feel like you can handle or you can control or manage. The universe is not going to give you a blessing that it feels like you're going to mess up, unless it's trying to test you, or unless it's trying to show you that you aren't ready. Sometimes you could be nagging your creator so much to the point where it will give you what you asked for just so you could fuck up and so you could learn that you wasn't ready. So you really have to understand that when you are ready and really ready, the universe will place the opportunity in front of you. But don't wait for the opportunity. You have to keep putting in work, keep working towards your goals, and it will present itself to you. You have to find out how to bring your higher self and yourself today as close as possible. Because if this is yourself today and this is your higher self, right? And you're saying for you to reach your higher self is going to take you 2 years. It's not going to take you serious. You're just going to keep going, and it's going to wait till you reach your level of seriousness. But if you say it's going to take me 6 months to reach my higher self, then the more serious you are, the more closer it's going to get to you. If it's like this and you're getting closer and it's showing you serious, it's going to start coming to you. The life you're looking for is going to start coming to you. The blessings you're looking for is going to start coming to you. The more you're going to it, and the more serious you are, the more determined, and the more right intentions you have. So understand that time isn't real. You giving yourself too much time for something that can be done in divine time. You could have $0 today, and tomorrow you wake up a millionaire, or you wake up with a certain amount of money. Why? Because that's divine time. You saying you got to make a certain amount of money in a year, the universe will make sure that's how much money you can make in that 1 year. If you set the bar so high, then the universe is going to like that. The same way the universe likes when you challenge yourself, it loves when you give it a challenge. If you tell the universe that I'm going to make $10 million this year, and that's a crazy amount of money, the universe is very intrigued to see how much effort you're going to put and how much energy and how aligned you're going to be and how obedient you're going to be to this goal that you say. And the more serious and the closer you get, the closer it will get to you. I promise you. So understand that you're not doing the actions you're supposed to take. You're delaying yourself, you're distracting yourself, or you're just not taking action, or you're not believing in yourself, or you're pushing it off till tomorrow, till next week, or till next month. That's how long it's going to take you to live the life that you deserve. The longer it takes you to start is the longer it takes you to finish. The longer it takes you to get this goal done is the less time you're going to have to enjoy it. And I know you heard that before. So understand that if you give yourself 2 years to get a car, right? When that 2 years come, you probably already going to have something else to focus on. So you're not going to really enjoy the car. You might feel like you deserve a better car. But if you say you're going to get this car in 6 months, you might get this car in 6 months. And when you get this car in 6 months, you're going to enjoy the shit out of it. Why? Because you have more time. Now you're like, whoa, I just got this car in 6 months. What can I do in a year? Now you're going to be very more appreciative of the car. You're going to feel like you really worked for it, and you're going to really feel like you deserve that car because you put that much energy into it. But if you give yourself 2 years to get a car and you get it in 2 years, you're going to be proud of yourself, but you're going to feel like, it took me too long to get it. But in reality, you took yourself too long to get it because you gave yourself 2 years or 3 years to get it. So you feeling like the blessing is taking too long, you got to ask yourself how determined you are, how serious you are and how much energy you put into it, and how is your intentions, how's your reasoning, how's your purpose, and what level of resilience are you at? Do you give up? Do you bring your energy down when you feel like you're giving it too much energy? If you feel like you're giving it 100% and it's not going good and you lower it down to 70%, the universe sees that. You have to keep going regardless, bro. You have to keep going regardless how you feel, regardless of the results. Even when you win it, you got to keep going. You feel me? You see a lot of winners, they still wake up like they're losing. Why? Because they understand once you really let that mindset or that grip you have, that drive you have go, it's really hard to work back up. Yes, you can work it back up, but you have to be more determined, more so like you have to give it more energy, you have to give it more attention, you have to have more pure intentions. Now you really have to damn near walk on eggshells. Because why? Because you just fucked up. So you got to work your way back to where you just fucked yourself up at, and then you got to go higher. So you have to be more disciplined, more obedient, more aligned. So to prevent all that, you just have to understand that time isn't real. What you say you could do in 2 years, you could probably do it in 6 months. I promise you. And you not giving up when you don't receive what you feel like you deserve, that'll help so much more. You raising your level of resilience is going to help you so much more. You having that sense of urgency, and you're showing your universe, or you're showing your creator or your most high that you are serious. I'm not finna joke around with this. I am serious. I am dead ass. Like, the universe can tell when you're serious or when you're just playing. And sometimes when you're playing and you're acting like you're serious, the universe will give you what you ask for just so you could fumble it and come to that realization that, you're not really serious, or you really can't handle what you're asking for. Even with me, when I had got a new car a couple years ago, you feel me? I felt like I deserved it, but I really didn't have the mindset for it. So what I did, I crashed it in like 4 months, But that was for me to realize, like, damn, I've been asking for this new car, and I probably just liked the idea of having a new car, I wasn't really deserving of it. But after I crashed my car, I got it fixed, I started treating it better, I started driving better. I ended up getting blessed with a whole new car that same year. You feel me? So understand that when you feel like you're prepared, or when you feel like you're ready, you're not really ready. You're just preparing yourself. Sometimes you lie to yourself, making yourself feel like you're ready, just to make it feel like the universe is not working in your favor, but you're really just prepared and you're not ready. And like I said, sometimes the universe will give you what you ask for just for you to fumble it and realize that you're not ready for what you say you're ready for. And that's when you really got to put in that extra effort, that extra energy, and that extra obedience and that extra discipline just to get to where you just fucked up at. So understand that it's only actions in between you and your goal. It's only energy, it's only intentions, and it's only discipline. A lot of people give themselves more time than they actually have, or more time than they actually need. Why? Because they're not trying to take that much action. They're not trying to put in that much energy. They're not trying to be that disciplined. They're not trying to be as obedient or as aligned as they need to be. Why? Because they don't feel like they need to. But in reality, that's what you need to do. Like, you playing it safe with your goals is nothing safe. Like, if your life, say for instance, you're a boat or you're a yacht, and life is the ocean, right? Just like when you go to the beach, it's very soothing and it's very like calm and human friendly to be in the beginning of the ocean, right? But if you go past the barriers that they place at the beach, things might get rough, things might get deep. You might encounter turbulence, and you might encounter bigger fish, or you might encounter whatever. But I want you to know that you playing it safe, you're not going to get nowhere. You can only go to the beach shorelines if you're playing it safe. But if you're really trying to get to where you're going in life, you have to get out there in the wild. You have to be taking risks. The more risky it is, the more gold you're going to find. If you're playing it safe, you're not going to find that much gold. But if you're way out in the wild, figuratively, not literally, but figuratively, if you're avoiding the white lines, in life, if you're avoiding the American dream that, you're supposed to graduate high school, pick a career, go to 4-year college, and then find your career, buy a house, find your wife, if you're avoiding that and you're just like, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, what I want to do. Because a lot of times there's people that go to school because of their parents, or they're living out their parents' dreams, but that's not what they want to do. But they didn't have the mindset to avoid the white lines that was placed in their life, And in one of my poems, I say you could jump timelines if you avoid the white lines. The white lines is the guidelines that is placed for us, that they want us to follow. But if you never question that, you will never know if you're living out your dream or if you're living out your parents' dream, or you're living out the oppressor's dream, or you're living in the path that oppressor wants you, the oppressors don't want you to know that you could do in 1 year what 4 years will take you. You feel me? That's why some people, they become millionaires fresh out of high school, and some people have to go through 4 years of college just to still be in debt. It's all a mindset thing, and it's all a self-belief system thing. Because if you really believe that you could do what you say you want to do in life, and you really feel like you're going to make it happen no matter what, you're not going to be waiting 4 years for it to happen. You feel me? And that's the safe route. A lot of people pick the safe route. Like I said, they stay in the white lines. They stay in the guidelines of life. But if you get out of the guidelines in life, that's where the magic happens. That's where divine time can help you. That's where the universe can help you. That's when your creator can help you. But if you're just sticking to the man-made white lines that they put for you, the universe is not going to help you that much, That's why some people, they go to college and they feel like they're still not blessed, or they feel like they still have to put in more work and more work. But in reality, you pick that lifestyle. You pick to live the guideline lifestyle, And I'm not saying you weren't born to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, an engineer. It's just, if you don't question the path that you're on, you're more than likely living out somebody else's dreams. You're more than likely just following the path that was put in front of you. You're not, if you don't look down and be like, why am I on this path? Like, did I pick this? Why did I pick this? Just question it. I'm not saying the career you picked is not for you, or you feeling like you were born to be a doctor or a lawyer. That's not for you. But if you don't question it, and you just take the advice from somebody else, from your parents, a lot of times your parents will tell you they want to see you as a doctor or a lawyer or this and that. And you just pick in between the options that they gave you. But in reality, deep down inside, if you put your mind into whichever you want to do, you can make it happen in like a year. It's all a mindset thing. Stop believing that there's a lot of time in between you and your goals. It's just action, energy, and intentions. The level of resilience got to be up there, and your sense of urgency got to be up there. But I'm ElyJoz. I'm grateful you allowed me to clear a part of your brain today. Peace and prosperity to you all. I'm out.